Now on Denver 7, Colorado first responders out on multiple water rescues on this warm weekend.
Hear the new warning before you head out on the water.
If you're wearing that personal flotation device, that's your safety buffer for circumstances that you can't plan for.
Plus, on this Mother's Day, not everyone has their mom around to celebrate.
It's going to be an emotional day, but it's also going to be a really beautiful way for us to all connect and come together as a community.
How a local group is helping Colorado women get the support they need.
Thanks so much for watching Denver 7 News at 5, and happy Mother's Day to the moms out there. I'm Jacqueline Allen.
And I'm Brian Wang. A tragic reminder as the weather turns warmer after multiple water rescues this weekend. At Cherry Creek Reservoir, a man fell in while tubing yesterday and never came back up.
Let's get right over to Denver 7's Patrick Perez, who's live at the reservoir. And Patrick, crews are still working today.
Yeah, Jacqueline, they have not stopped working, really. They were here since last night into the early morning hours. They've been here all day, and unfortunately, they have not been able to find that man's body. But you can see the staging area is right at the end of the boat ramp here at the marina at Cherry Creek State Park. CPW says, unfortunately, that man was not wearing a life jacket, and they're reminding everyone to make sure to wear one when you go out in the water. The search continued Sunday for a 29-year-old man who drowned at Cherry Creek State Park Saturday evening.
The ultimate goal here with this is a recovery to provide a little piece of closure for the family.
Jason Clay with Colorado Parks and Wildlife says the man was riding on a tube that was being pulled by a boat when he fell off and went underwater. The man never resurfaced.
After the emergency call was made, South Metro first responders and our Colorado Parks and Wildlife Rangers started searching the area immediately, and they started using some sonar units.
Using equipment shown here, the Marine Evidence Recovery Team is searching the sandy bottom of the lake in areas as deep as 22 feet. Clay says the unidentified man was not wearing a life jacket, which is required for anyone being towed on an inner tube according to state law.
If you are inner tubing, like in that case on a boat or similar if you're on a jet ski, you have to wear that on your person, on your body, while you're doing that type of activity.
The last time something like this happened at the reservoir was just a little more than a year ago on May 2nd, 2021. Christopher Carman was kayaking when a storm came in and his kayak flipped. His body was found hours later. He had a life jacket but wasn't wearing it at the time.
If you're wearing that personal flotation device, that's your safety buffer for circumstances that you can't plan for.
There were a total of 22 drownings in Colorado last year. In 2020, 34 drownings, the most in state history. This weekend's accident is just another reminder of the possible dangers on the water.
It's a tragic situation, and you feel for the family, and our condolences go out to them, especially on a day like Mother's Day.
These search efforts are expected to continue into the night and into Monday morning. What's been really heartbreaking today is to see the family of that missing man sitting beside this ramp, hoping that they get the answer that they're looking for, that his body has been found, so they can finally get some closure. For now, we're live at Cherry Creek State Park. I'm Patrick Perez, Denver 7.
Just absolutely devastating, Patrick. Thank you. Now, unfortunately, that wasn't the only water-related incident yesterday. South Metro Fire and the Arapahoe Sheriff's Office also responded to a water rescue at Chatfield Reservoir, and Poudre Fire Authority responded to a call of a missing paddleboarder and a kayaker at Horsetooth Reservoir yesterday. All of them were found safe.
That's good news. Starting tomorrow, Denver will start testing its reverse emergency notification system and outdoor sirens. The tests are to make sure that these services are working in case of a real emergency. So if you already signed up for alerts, you will receive a test alert message on your phone sometime before May 21st. The city will test its warning sirens on Wednesday at 11 in the morning. To sign up for those alerts and to learn more about Denver's emergency notification system, visit denvergov.org/emergency testing.
Over the next 24 hours, Colorado will be under quite a few watches and warnings.
Meteorologist Stacey Donaldson joins us now. Stacey, there's going to be high fire danger across most of the state tomorrow.
That's right. And some of these high fire danger red flag warnings here are in effect tonight as well. And they'll extend into tomorrow from south of Denver down into the southern part of the state. And then we also have high fire danger with a red flag warning that will be upgraded here into southern Colorado for Tuesday. As for Monday, we have high fire danger from the Front Range range out toward Akron, and Greeley. Fire weather watch in effect for tomorrow. So we've got a lot going on, including wind advisories and warnings. Wind advisory here for western Colorado for gusts up to 70 miles an hour for tonight and tomorrow, and a high wind warning tonight into noon tomorrow here all the way from Leadville down toward Pueblo, Trinidad, and Alamosa for gusts up to 80 miles an hour. So really things picking up here in the next couple of days in the form of wind and temperatures and also low humidity levels. So we have that high fire danger across a huge portion of the state. Temperatures today were in the 70s and 80s here across eastern Colorado. Looks like we're really going to warm things up by the middle of the week. I'll let you know how hot coming up.
All right, Stacey, thank you. All weekend long protests across America after that leaked Supreme Court opinion showing the court could overturn Roe v. Wade. Some of those protesters directly targeting Catholic churches who are now increasing security in response. ABC's Karen Travers has the latest.
That Supreme Court draft opinion leaked last week, which signaled the High Court could soon overturn the landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade ruling, has sparked outrage among abortion rights advocates.
9 judges who none of us have elected have decided they have control over 166 million bodies in this country, and we're here to say they don't have that power.
Catholic churches in cities across the country increasing security. Law enforcement agents say they're aware of the calls for demonstrations from multiple groups. One of the groups explaining on Twitter that they're calling for the Mother's Day abortion rights strike in and outside Catholic churches because, quote, 6 extremist Catholics set out to overturn Roe. A 2019 Pew survey reveals that even though Catholic teachings prohibit abortion, more than half of U.S. Catholics, 56%, said abortion should be legal in all or most cases. If Roe v. Wade is overturned, laws governing abortion will be left to the states. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer will hold a vote on Wednesday. He says that's so the American people will know where their respective senators stand.
We are not going to let a bunch of extreme Supreme Court justices or extreme right-wing politicians take away the rights of 100 million American women.
26 states are certain or likely to outlaw abortion entirely if Roe v. Wade is overturned.
Who should make this decision? Should it be a woman and her doctor or a politician?
Numerous states have so-called trigger laws that would immediately make abortion illegal, many without exceptions for rape or incest. Arkansas is one of those states.
I would prefer the rape and incest exceptions to be in there. And even though we have the trigger law, I expect those exceptions to be a significant part of the debate in the future.
Amid the protest and ongoing debate, Justice Clarence Thomas speaking out, according to the Washington Post, telling lawyers and judges at a judicial conference that institutions cannot be bullied to give people the outcomes that they want. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
First Lady Jill Biden made a surprise visit to Ukraine today. She met with embassy and humanitarian workers at the Slovakia border crossing. That was before heading into a small city in the far southwest corner of Ukraine. There, she met with the First Lady of Ukraine at a school converted to temporary housing for refugees. Jill Biden's visit is part of a larger trip to Eastern Europe to affirm the U.S. commitment to Ukraine.
Today is Mother's Day, and while many of us are celebrating our moms, it can be a painful day for those who have lost theirs.
Denver 7's Christian Lopez introduces us to a group offering support to young girls and women dealing with that pain.
This is a photo of my mom. This is actually the wedding day, the day that she married my dad.
Jasmine, Mackenzie, and Alex all share a painful bond.
So I love this picture of me and my mom. I actually have it hanging up in my sunroom and get to see it when I'm working and just lounging. And
all 3 lost their moms at a young age.
But you don't really realize until later like how isolating that can really be growing up without a mom and really feeling kind of this like you're kind of in this like different world.
But they found comfort and support through the group Empower Her. It helps young girls and women who have gone through the same thing.
We have a mentor program where we match a girl, young age between, like 5 years old to 24 years old who's lost her mom with another older woman who's also lost her mom. So it's just to provide a really positive role model, but also to show the girls that loss is survivable.
Empower Her has really brought this like entire community that I've now not felt so isolated. I've met 2 amazing women and multiple other women who have kind of surrounded us and helped us form this like immediate bond.
This Mother's Day, they're honoring their moms with a very special event.
Today is kind of like the big moment where we're going to light these personalized bags. Also, we call them luminaries. People are invited to come out, find their bag that they've donated, memorialize their loved one that's maybe lost, or maybe it's just someone that they're honoring.
Each Mother's Day is very, very different. Like I say, it's like a different cocktail of emotions. This is the first year that I've actually done something intentional.
It's going to be an emotional day, but it's also going to be a really beautiful way for us to all connect and come together as a community.
That event will take place here at the Cheeseman Park Pavilion this evening. All of the money raised will go towards that mentor program. It'll also pay to put on events for these girls all throughout the year. Reporting in Denver, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
And our thoughts, yeah, it is. Our thoughts are with all of their moms. But before we go to break, we want to also take a moment to show our moms some appreciation for all the sacrifices they've made.
Yeah, my mom's my inspiration. She had 4 daughters, went back to college when we were young to set an example. Taught us women can do anything, and she supported me every step of the way. This is when we were both babies, clearly, very young mother. Now she is the best Mimi ever to my little girl. We've got a picture of them together that is just too cute for words.
So special, yeah. Well, my mom is my hero. She left everything behind in Iran during the revolution in 1979 at the age of 19 and came to America as a refugee. Her life journey has been an inspiration for my brother Justin and I. I certainly wouldn't be who I am today without her constant love, support, and guidance. Now, I also have to shout out my mother-in-law, Trisha. She worked on the front lines as a respiratory therapist during the pandemic as hospitals overflowed in Southern California. She's nice to me most of the time. Just kidding, she's lovely. But she is a diehard Raiders fan. Just for the record, go Broncos. No hate mail, please. Okay. Trisha has been nothing short of a wonderful mother to her daughters, Nicole, Amanda, and Jessica. Happy Mother's Day.
To all the moms out there.
Absolutely. All right, still to come, more Americans are losing their homes each year due to natural disasters. What some cities are doing to prevent that from happening.
Plus, a look at how Denver decriminalized psychedelic mushrooms, paving the way for cities across the U.S.